So, electrical safety standards. I still find landlords who don't realise that the legislation changed this year and that now every single rented property must have an electrical installation condition report, an electrical safety report, effectively. Um, the only exception to this is where it's a resident landlord and you have a lodger arrangement, and only in the case where you're sharing facilities. If your lodger has separate facilities, then even even in that situation, you would need to get an EICR, at least covering the electrics in the lodger's arrangement. Um, so all new tenancies must have an EICR before the tenancy starts. That's important. And you have to provide it before the tenant occupies the property. Now, EICRs are issued for 10 years, but for the purposes of renting property, they are only valid for 5 years. And I think certainly the EICRs that I've had issued recently by electricians, they've just put the validity for 5 years. Even though they can issue them for 10 years, it's pointless because they're not valid for letting purposes more than 5 years. And it's important to get it right because breaches can result in a fine of up to £30,000. It's important to note as well that it's not part of the Deregulation Act, so failure to comply on some of these issues, would not stop you serving Section 21 notice because there's no breach of the Deregulation Act. And as I say, I'm still finding landlords who don't realise that this requirement is in place.